Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of FNS Sports Media Podcast. This is episode 23.
23.
And I'm Cooper.
My name's Aaron.
And let's get right into it. I've seen that intro a bunch of times, but just bear with us. It's only going to be doing it for a few more times. Postseason's already over. Let's talk about the Astros-Rangers game 7 first.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go anywhere else to start off with, right? Game 7 is about the biggest thing that there is in baseball, and the Rangers and the Astros were ready to get at it yesterday after a chippy Game 6.
Yes, definitely. The series tied up. Man, after the Astros coming back, making the series 3-2 for the Astros, they come back, storm all the way back, and then really all they have to do is just win one more game, and then they lose 2 games in a row. And but the Rangers, they beat the Astros 11-4. The headlining act, it wasn't hard to find. Adolis Garcia was again at the center of attention, going 4 for 5 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, cementing himself in Texas postseason lore once and for all. The Rangers have played only 4 of the past 18 games at home. They're going to the World Series anyway.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
The home team lost every
home
single
team
game.
lost every game in that 7-game series. That's not something that happens every day, and the Rangers came right into Houston and just took what they wanted.
Yes, definitely. But even before Adolis Garcia already had all of his home runs, Corey Seager led off the Marcus Semien, he grounded out. And then Corey Seager, he went up to the plate, absolutely demolished the ball 440 feet, leaving the bat at 113 miles per hour. Then Evan Carter, he walked, then stole second because Javier, not a very good pitcher at picking off or just like the quick windup. He doesn't have a quick windup. Guys just stole on him for that third of an inning that he pitched. Then Garcia received far quieter boost than he did before his first at-bat. In a tense Game 6, smashed the ball off the left field wall to score Carter. Garcia might have had a double, but we were watching the game last night, and he hit it, and he's just he hit it like 500 feet, but then it bounced off the top of the wall, and then just had to settle for a long single.
Yeah, long, loud single. That's why they tell the little kids, run.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah. And then after that, Adolis, he stole second, and then Mitch Garver blew the single. It was funny because McCormick and Brantley, they were both coming in, and then Brantley dove, and it bounced off the ground, whacked him in the face, and then bounced away like 10 feet. So if it didn't bounce off his head, it might have been a little bit easier to get it. But then that scored Adolis, and then the Rangers knocked off Javier out of the game early after 1/3 of an inning. 1/3 of an inning. And Texas, just like that, the first inning, Texas had a 3-0 advantage with Max Scherzer on the mound.
Yeah, it didn't look good for Houston just right out of the gate. From the very first inning, you could tell that the Astros didn't have it. Looked like it was going to be a long night, and sure enough, that's what came to pass.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what more can you want? 3-0, Max Scherzer on the mound, Game 7. Jose Altuve destroyed a leadoff double off the left field wall. This time he didn't. Altuve, he didn't watch it like Adolis. He, boom, just straight wheels, got into second. He's actually destroyed a panel. In that left field, in the Crawford boxes right there on that field, they have all the scores. They had the Phillies game and the Diamondbacks game. And then he just shattered. And then Altuve scored. He scored when Jose Abreu hit a hard hit single down the left field line. And then it looked like the Astros could be back in this thing. Runners on the corner with 1 out, but then Michael Brantley hit into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning.
I think that was just kind of a sign of what was to come, right? It's like the Rangers come out there, they put up some runs. The Astros come out and looks like maybe they're going to get something going off of Scherzer. And then the double play to crush their dreams just kind of kind of the theme for the night.
Yeah, definitely. And then in the third inning, Garcia did it again. This time after he ducked his head away from a high and tight curveball. Man, he didn't really have to duck. He was just a little bit inside.
He was being a drama queen, but whatever.
He stepped out of the box and let the boos rain down once more. Then he smacked the fastball the opposite way. It looked like it might go foul. It just kind of curved around, but it was foul. I mean, it wasn't foul, and it was Garcia's fourth consecutive game with a home run and his sixth home run overall this postseason. The Rangers went ahead 4-1 as their spark plug jaunted around the bases like a born showman.
He's hot. He's hot right now. What else can you say?
Nothing
you can do.
And then, but Astros weren't done yet. Alex Bregman got a middle. I mean, when I say middle, I mean like dead center. Pitched to Alex Bregman, and then he just destroyed it. Left center made the game 4-2. Now, Scherzer, his line didn't look too good. He lasted only 2 1/3 innings before Jordan Montgomery. Man, can we just get a shout out to Jordan Montgomery for pitching so well? Came in for a crucial moment of relief. Montgomery, with slight shades of how manager Bruce Bochy once used Madison Bumgarner en route to the World Series title, he brought in to face left-handers Brantley and Kyle Tucker. He ended up going 2 1/3 innings, allowing only 3 hits and no runs. Man, he's just very good.
Yeah.
That Rangers team is just hot right now, and I really didn't think the Astros had a chance anyway, but they almost had it. And then in the fourth inning, the Texas Rangers planted their flag down in downtown Houston. Josh Jung singled, Marcus Semien walked, Seager singled, then it was rookie Carter who knocked in a 2-run double down the right field line, bringing up none other than Garcia, who singled through the infield to bring home 2 more runs. By the time all the damage was done, the Rangers led 8-2. What was setting up to be a heated classic game 7 instead became a bludgeoning.
Yep, that was at the point where, we started watching the game late on the DVR because we had baseball practice last night, and at that point, once it was 8-2, that's when I started fast forwarding through everything. I'm just like fast. And
then Nathaniel Lowe hit a home run, and now it might Bruce Bochy, he might have another World Series ring. He's already got 3, and he the way he managed that game was very good. Man, the way he manages his pitching staffs are crazy. Let's talk about the Game 6 for the Phillies game. It was I thought really coming into this series, I thought the Phillies were just hot, just like the Rangers. They were just hot, and I thought that they were just gonna steamroll it, and it looked like in those first 2 games that they were just gonna sweep them, and then that match they came back. Now the series is tied 3-3 going to Game 7. But now let's talk about the Game 6. On yesterday, Arizona hung 3 runs on Philly starter Aaron Nola in the second inning. Nola surrendered another run in the 5th and left without finishing the frame. Arizona starter Merrill Kelly limited the Phillies to only 1 run in 5 innings. He struck out 8. The Diamondbacks relievers did not allow Philly to reach second base. Man, that's just, you got to have your starters to go out there and do what they do best. And Merrill Kelly did what he did what he does best. And then before the game, Arizona manager Torey Lovullo stuck a defiant tone. He did not expect his team to fold. He didn't. He's just like, we didn't come here just to get blown out. The Diamondbacks had swept a pair of division winners, the Brewers and the Dodgers, to reach the stage. The group displayed its backbone by taking 2 of the 3 games at Chase Field and keeping this series alive. The pitching matchup featured a rematch from Philadelphia's 10-0 Game 2 drubbing. Nola for the Phillies, Kelly for the Diamondbacks. Nola scattered a single around 3 strikeouts in the first. In the bottom of the frame, Kelly walked Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, opting to discretion rather than Villar against Philadelphia's 2 most dangerous hitters, but avoided further incident. I mean, if I were the pitcher, I would walk Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper too. I'd much rather face that. Then 2 combined probably have 12 home runs this postseason. And then for the first time in 3 games, Arizona struck first. Torlovello had benched veteran Tommy Pham in favor of Pavin Smith for Game 5. After Smith failed to produce a hit, Lovello reinstalled Pham. Tommy Pham is Tommy Pham, right? He said before the game he's a professional hitter. The description looked fitting after Pham's first at-bat in the second inning. He hammered a 2-2 curveball over the left field fence to break the ice. Nola did not receive a reprieve for the next batter. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. turned on a 90.6-mile-an-hour sinker and supplied a solo shot on his own. Nola had permitted only 2 runs in his previous 3 starts in the postseason. Now he had given up 2 runs in just 2 at-bats.
Sounds a lot like Christian Javier's start too, right?
Yeah.
Where, Javier had been on fire for most of the postseason, comes in and self-destructs and implodes late in the playoffs.
Yeah, Alek Thomas, the late game hero of Game 4, took a 4-pitch walk. Then Evan Longoria, the veteran third baseman, recorded just his second hit of this series in the next at-bat. Longoria crushed a belt-high fastball into the left center gap. Thomas breezed home. Longoria cruised in second base. Nola managed to strand Longoria, but it still ended the inning with Philadelphia in a 3-0 hole. The flurry quieted the crowd. They did not stay silent for long, though. Phillies catcher JT Realmuto woke them up with a leadoff double in the bottom of the second. Brandon Marsh brought Realmuto home by hitting a single into right field. Then Kelly walked Schwarber for a second time before inducing a ground out from shortstop Trey Turner to snuff out the threat. Nola did not permit another hit until rookie outfielder Corbin Carroll bested him in an 8-pitch duel with a single. Carroll did not linger at first base for long. 2 pitches later, second baseman Ketel Marte scaled a fastball into the right field corner. The baseball rattled around the outfield as Marte scooted into third with an RBI triple. The triple ended Nola's evening. He lingered in the dugout as Michael Lorenzen made his first appearance in the series. Lorenzen managed to strand Marte at third. He induced a ground out from catcher Gabriel Moreno. After walking the first baseman Christian Walker, Lorenzen flung a 95.3-mile-an-hour fastball, his first of the game, past Pham for a strikeout. I think it might show here that, maybe this shows that maybe they should have started Lorenzen. I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't have kept him as an arm. You know how the Mariners did that last year with Robbie Ray. They brought him in, but I'm not sure. Maybe they should have started him. Maybe they shouldn't have, because they also have the Ranger Suarez and what's his name? And the other guy. And I think Lorenzen's better. I mean, if they were gonna go out and get Lorenzen at the trade deadline, I think they should have used him.
Yeah, I agree. I was a little surprised to see Lorenzen sitting in the back of the bullpen, not getting used at all during this series. I thought there were a couple of other opportunities where they could have gone to Lorenzen earlier in the series, and it's kind of tough when you sit there the whole time. You just sit, and then all of a sudden they ask you to come out. And play for the first time in a while. 6 games, first time in 6 games that he's played. I think that's difficult. But Lorenzen came in, showed some toughness, and got the job done.
Yeah. The relievers, Arizona relievers, you can't win a game without your relievers unless your pitcher goes 9 innings, which doesn't really happen anymore. But the relievers, they held the line. Arizona pulled ahead by 4 when Phillies rookie Orion Kerkering stumbled into his 3rd consecutive appearance, with Marte delivering an RBI single in the 7th. In the bottom of the inning, a leadoff single by Marsh gave the crowd life. The optimism did not last long. Schwarber hit into a fielder's choice and replaced Marsh at first base. When reliever Andrew Salfrank, man, just crazy reliever names, bounced the curve, Schwarber tried to take second base. Moreno retrieved the ball and threw out Schwarber to end the inning. The discontent inside the stands only increased moments later as the lights went out and the opening lick of the Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle played over the loudspeakers. Craig Kimbrell, the team's former closer, was met with resounding jeers. He had botched both Game 3 and Game 4 in Arizona, which allowed the Diamondbacks to keep the series going. Now all that remains is Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel I can understand the discontent from Philly fans, bringing in Kimbrel, who used to be the closer, blew a couple of games out there. If Kimbrel, manages to keep his composure in those games,
they might have already swept the series.
yeah, the series is over at that point. But I can understand the fans' frustration there.
Yeah. The Phillies, now listen to this. The Phillies won 90 games during the regular season. The Diamondbacks won only 84. Neither seriously contended for its division in the second half, but they took flight at the opportune time, blitzing their opponents before meeting the series. Philadelphia will play Game 7 with home field advantage, and Arizona will play Game 7 knowing they're good enough to make the crowd go quiet. Yeah, it was Game 6 was a great game, and I'm looking forward to Game 7.
Yeah, Game 7, like I said earlier, Game 7 is the best words to hear if you're a baseball fan is, hey, we got a Game 7 tonight. So, looking forward to seeing what the Phillies and the Diamondbacks have in store for all of us tonight.
All right. All right. So now MLB is over except for the playoffs. But we want to talk about not MLB, but the minor leagues. We want to talk about Jim Bowden's top 50 prospects in 2024. But we're only going to go over the top 10. But these are pretty significant names.
Yeah, topping off the list is 19-year-old Jackson Holliday. Started the year in A ball with the Orioles, made his way all the way up to Double-A. I mean, what you see from Jackson Holliday, you see that he's clearly at the top of the list in the class all by himself.
Yeah, age 19, very young, bats lefty and throw righty, and he only weighs 188 pounds. He's 6 foot. His scouting grades, I'm not sure how high the scouting grades go, but his hitting scouting grades 70, his power 55, his running 60, his arm 55, and his fielding at 55 too.
Yeah, I think he is very clearly the future. He's a future major league star. He's got the pedigree. His dad being a former major league star as well. He's in a class by himself. He's going to be the starting shortstop for the Orioles for years to come. I expect to see him in the majors next season.
Yeah, and just the fact that he can handle whatever gets thrown at him, fastballs, changeups, curveballs. Man, he could probably hit an eephus pitch.
Probably could. I mean, he's the full package.
Yeah. Now let's go to number 2, Paul Skeens. He's 21. Bats right, throws right, except he's a pitcher. He's 6'6", 233 pounds, big dude. But he was the very first pick in the 2023 MLB draft and immediately became the best pitching prospect in baseball. He profiles as a top of the rotation ace. His fastball is 96 to 101 miles per hour with special four-seam life. His slider is hard with late tilt that helps him get outs in and out of the strike zone. His changeup is too hard, but a solid fade and tumble. He's the Pirates' best pitching prospect since Garrett Cole and will be in the major league and will probably be major league ready next year.
Yeah, I mean, if you get compared to Garrett Cole, you're in good company. And so, coming out of LSU, he was immediately, first overall pick, wanted a bajillion dollars for his signing bonus, got it, and he'll be ready. He'll be ready next year.
Yes, definitely. I'm looking forward to him. Another I wish that we had more pitchers that can just go throw 94 like Adam Wainwright in his prime, just go 9 innings all the time, but we gotta work with what we have. Now we're gonna go with Dylan Cruz, outfielder for the Nationals. He's 21, he bats righty and he throws righty. He's 6 foot, weighs 205 pounds. Dylan Cruz is a true 5-tool prospect and was the best hitter drafted in 2023 with plus power. He's also an above-average defender in center field with a plus arm. At the plate, Cruz has quick, short strokes, which makes consistent and loud sweet spot contact. His exit velocity is elite. He can hit high velocity in all areas of the strike zone and can handle breaking balls and off-speed offerings. Cruz, the second pick of this year's draft behind his LSU teammate Skeens, profiles as a perennial all-star and future MVP caliber player. There is nothing he can't do on a baseball field.
Let's just stop for just a second and think about this. All right. You got the guys that were drafted 1 and 2, both players out of LSU. That's just unfair. That's a cheat code, right? So thinking about NCAA baseball, when you see that you got to play, you see that you got to play LSU, and they're rolling out their Skeens and Cruz. That's just unfair to have them being on the same team. But man, that's one heck of a team, and breaking up those guys just and they end up going 1 and 2. Both of them going to be ready for the major leagues very soon. Great to see the young guys moving through the minor leagues so quickly.
Yeah. Number 4. I hope I don't mess up his name. Jackson Chiro.
Sure.
He's the Brewers AA. He's in the Brewers AA affiliate. He's 19. He bats right and throws right. He's 5'11". He's 167 pounds. And Jackson, we're just going to call him Jackson C. Jackson C is a line drive machine who focuses on hitting the ball up the middle, but uses the entire field from foul pole to foul pole. He has a short, quick stroke and consistently barrels the ball with loud, sweet spot contact. He profiles as speed power threat who could hit 30 home runs and steal 30 bases, or even more, when fully developed. C has blazing speed and covers significant ground in center field, and he's just overall very good. I mean, when you have a speed power combo, those are just always the best. Like Ronald Acuna Jr. this year, probably going to win the MVP, and I think it's awesome just to see speed power people.
Yeah, I think that's a fun style of baseball to watch, right? Getting on base, hitting balls in the gap, turning doubles into triples, stretching singles into doubles when you can, stealing bases, being active as a base runner. To me, that's a more fun style of game to watch than gorilla ball of just trying to mash home runs all the time. To each his own, but I think that your guy Jackson C here, he's gonna be a fun one to watch.
Yeah. Number 5 is Ethan Salas. He's a catcher for the Padres AA affiliate. He's only 17. He bats left and throws right. He's 6'2", weighs 185 pounds. Ethan Salas is the best catching prospect at baseball at age 17. Has already been promoted to AA, which is unheard of. Salas signed a $5.6 million deal with the Padres out of Venezuela in January, and the left-handed hitting backstop, man, say that fast, has not disappointed. As a hitter, Salas is the same type of talent as a former elite catching prospects Buster Posey and Adley Rutschman were in their day. Man, if you're ready to compare to Buster Posey and Adley Rutschman, you gotta be good.
Yep, I think so too. I would also throw a little bit of caution there. Anytime you get an international player who's coming in and making that much noise at supposedly that young, gives me a little bit of Albert Pujols vibes when it comes to, hey, is this guy really the age they're saying that he is? I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But either way, he's making some noise as a young kid.
Definitely. Number 6 is Jordan Levere, shortstop for the Diamondbacks AAA affiliate. He's 21. He bats right, throws right, 6'1", 191 pounds. Jim Bowden, he says this is his favorite prospect in the 2021 draft and has already reached AAA at the age of 21. He's a complete player at the plate. He has special barrel awareness and a loud sweet spot contact. At shortstop, he has plus range at both sides and a strong arm. He's a plus runner with instincts that make him an even better base runner. He has great work ethic and a passion for the game with off-the-charts baseball IQ.
Yeah, sounds like a fun player to watch. Diamondbacks are loaded with these guys.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just skip to number 10 because we're running a little bit low on time. Number 10 is Wyatt Langford for the outfield Rangers AA, AAA affiliate. High A, not AAA, not AA, high A. He's 21, bats right and throws right. Wyatt Langford has 4 above average tools and was selected 4th overall in this year's draft. His hit tool is impressive thanks to his clean mechanics and bat-to-bat skills, plus he has a sharp eye at the plate and the ability to draw walks. His batting practice power is ahead of his in-game power, but still profiles as a 30 home run hitter. Defensively, he's an average in a corner spot with a slightly above average outfield arm when his mechanics are right.
Yeah, and more than anything, he was drafted number 4 because of his bat and the potential that he has there. He'll be fine in the outfield, won't kill you.
Yeah, but he's kind of giving me Julio Rodriguez vibes. I mean, he wasn't drafted. He was drafted for his bat in the corner, and he's supposed to be a corner spot. Then he worked super hard, went to the Arizona Fall League. Now he's very good defensively and still very good offensively.
Yeah.
Special thanks to MLB, The Athletic, and ESPN.com for all the information and website.